Alright, me babbers, Bristolian Dave back here again, and yes, I am a bit cold, because for some reason, it has gone freezing over here in good old Bristol. Don't know why, just coming into March. But as we're coming into March, this is going to be my What Did I Watch in February video. So I got a big pile of stuff to go through here. I'll let you know my thoughts on the stuff I watched, and you can let me know down in the comments. If you leave a comment, alright, make sure you like the video, alright, and do subscribe to the channel. It does just help the algorithms, boost the channel, and shows that you might actually like some of the content I'm putting out there. So without further ado, we'll get started, shall we? So, do I go in order? Trying to figure out. Yeah, I'll try and go in order with this lot, shall we? So, let me turn it all over. Alright, cool. So, the first thing I watched in February is I got this. This will be in a collection update because it's new to the collection, but I haven't managed to get around to editing that video yet. I'm almost up to date though. But that was Black Adam with The Rock. This is the steelbook, HMV exclusive steelbook. Very nice steelbook. The film, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as bad as some people were saying. Now a lot of the critics absolutely panned the shit out of this. I actually quite enjoy it. I know The Rock generally does play The Rock pretty much in every movie these days, which I'm okay with. I mean, I like the character of The Rock. So, yeah, I'd recommend giving it a watch. I know it's kind of been made a bit redundant by Warner Brothers and DC's new slate of movies and James Gunn and everything taking over. But in terms of a good old-fashioned fun superhero movie, yeah, watch it. I enjoyed it. I did. Next up, we've actually got a TV box set I managed to finish. And that is Dad's Army. Classic British television comedy here. 1967, was it? I think it started. Something like that. I think it was first recorded. 68 to 1977, there we go. This is one of the funnest and funniest British comedies I've seen. You can see it on the spine there. It's got all the characters. Yeah, each one's fleshed out so well. The stuff in it is absolutely hilarious. Like, it's very much a shame. I can't remember his name. He dies partway through the filming of the series. Yeah, definitely 100% give it a watch. It's a big series. You could probably get it, I presume, on BBC iPlayer if you don't have the box set yourself. But there's 9 seasons plus 3 Christmas specials. The first 2 seasons are in black and white. Third season goes into color. And there's only actually 3 episodes of series 2, because I believe they're all destroyed somehow. So yeah, only 3 seasons of the second season. So it's very important. See, physical media. Next, I watched a movie on Blu-ray with a fantastic cast. This movie I can't talk today. At some point, you'd think, like, professionalism, Dave. Edit them out. Nah, I'm going to leave them in because I think it adds to my character, I guess. I don't know. Mark Ruffalo, Ethan Hawke, and Amanda Peet in What Doesn't Kill You. This was good films. Good film. This follows, so it's about 2 friends who, obviously on the wrong side of the law. One ends up going to jail. He gets out of jail, and then he wants to make right with his family and everything, and realizes there's more to life than just thieving shit. That's the absolute basics of the story. It was good, satisfying ending. Good performances all around. recommend. And then on 4K, I watched Uncharted. That is with Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland. Obviously, Spider-Man. Yeah, I enjoyed this film. I wasn't sure if I was going to, because movies based off video games have a tendency to go bad. Because they stray a bit too far from the source material. Like a lot of stuff we could talk about. But no, I enjoyed it. I'll be honest, I haven't played the games. I've got the games. I haven't played them. Because I got a big stack of games I haven't played. So maybe I'd change my mind after playing the games. I don't know. But in terms of just a straight up movie, I enjoy it. Is it silly? Over the top? Yes. Comedic moments? Yes. Adventure? Yes. You know, action? Yes. So, overall, I'd recommend. And then we've got the Jurassic World trilogy. So I watched the latest one, Jurassic World Dominion, where they bring back the Jurassic Park alumni into the movie. Yeah, again, I enjoyed it. I like dinosaur movies and shit like that, and I know these aren't as good as like the Jurassic Park movies in terms of storytelling and everything. I know Dominion got a really bad rap, but I quite liked it for the fact that it was just a straight up sort of, I want to say action movie, but there was a lot in it. It was long as well. It was like 2 hours 41, the extended version. So it's dinosaurs in it. It's dinosaurs. This was a weird one. Julia X 3D. I didn't know any of the people in this except Kevin Sorbo. Kevin Sorbo, you can see there. He plays, I was going to say the victim. That's not quite right. Basically, it's about psychos that want to kill each other and get pleasure out of it. Really weird. Kevin Sorbo is obviously most popular for playing Hercules in the series. It was alright. It was alright. It's not something that I go back to too often. Maybe once I forgot about it for a bit. Yeah, it's a bit weird. This film was really good. I really enjoyed this one. This was Ambulance. Watched it on 4K. Great cast again. Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm going to butcher this name. Yahya Abdul Mateen II and Isa Gonzalez. We'll go with that. Yeah, so this is about two brothers, adopted brothers, who see no other way out apart from hijacking a load of money. So, bank robbery. And they try to escape, and then they have to hijack an ambulance because one of the security guards is shot. Ambulance shows up, so they're like, fuck it, we'll take the ambulance. And then there's a big car chase, basically. And yeah, and there's a good dynamic between the brothers. You can tell they obviously have a strong relationship there, but also that they're fighting for different things. One's fighting for his family, the other one's purely trying to get the money so they can just get away and have a new life. So very, very different. And Isa, is it Isa? Whatever you say her name. She plays a paramedic, and yeah, they all do a really good job in this movie. So if you like, it's directed by Michael Bay as well. So if you like big explosions, if you like action, you like fast-paced stuff like that, you enjoyed the Transformers movies, definitely give Ambulance a go. Next up, this was a steelbook, 4K, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I like this movie. I love Nicolas Cage anyway. It's got Pedro Pascal, who seems to be in everything at the moment. Tiffany Haddish is in this as well. Really, really good movie. Nicolas Cage plays himself, and he goes and, well, Pedro Pascal is like a super fan, Nicolas Cage super fan. and he invites him to his island to meet him and make a movie, Pedro Pascal's island. Nick Cage's a bit down on his luck, you know, because he's been doing shit movies for a long time. Which is kind of interesting that they actually reflect kind of real life. So he goes in, but he gets accosted by, I think it was the CIA. I want to say the CIA or the FBI, one of them, anyway. And he's asked to spy on Pedro Pascal and figure out what's going on there. Because he's deemed to be like the head of a crime family. And then a load of hilarity ensues. Some drugs are taken. It's funny shit. I really like the ending on it as well. I won't spoil it though. But yeah, I would definitely check this out. I believe I got this for like 15 quid on Amazon, so check it out. Never box set, TV box set this time. Fawlty Towers. Now I was astonished. There's only actually 12 episodes of Fawlty Towers. 2 seasons. For some reason I thought there was a hell of a lot more, but that's all that was made. But obviously we're getting a new series of Fawlty Towers, or some continuation of it, from John Cleese, coming out in the next couple of years. So it'd be interesting to see how that goes, because they definitely can't completely replicate what was in this. Not with today's sensibilities and everything. So yeah, John Cleese and his wife runs a hotel called Fawlty Towers, and these are their workers. So you got Manuel, who is I want to say Spanish. Was it Spanish? Yeah, pretty sure he's Spanish, and he's trying to learn English throughout. And then you've got, I can't remember her name. No, I can't remember her name. I don't know. Anyway, she's like a waitress slash does everything in the hotel, pretty much. Really, really fun series. Really outrageous laughs in it. Some of the stuff that goes on in this hotel, a lot of it is just to do with Basil. Fawlty being completely over the top and mental with what he thinks goes on with his guests, and also what happens with his wife and his staff, and sometimes he's just being a fucking idiot. But it is funny. It's a funny series. So if you have never watched this, definitely give it a watch. I don't know if it was on BBC iPlayer because it's an original BBC series, but check it out. Next up, I have 2 things here. So I watched Afro Samurai and Afro Samurai Resurrection. Very good animes. Very, very good animes. The first one, Afro Samurai, has the voice of Samuel L. Jackson in it. He don't play the main character, but he's one of the characters. Very good. It's a revenge story. His dad gets murdered, and the story is literally him having to go through these higher ranked samurais in order to avenge his father, who was killed by the top ranked samurai. That's literally the plot of the movie. That's it. But the action scenes are fantastic. The character designs are really, really cool. And some of it's a little bit crazy. And I highly recommend it. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin it. But the soundtrack as well. The soundtrack is phenomenal on this. Who was it? The RZA? Yeah. Yeah, from the RZA. Awesome. And the second one, again, same cast. It's got Lucy Liu in it as well. This one. And also Mark Hamill did a voice in this one as well. So this is more the same. So almost the same story, except in this one, his father is resurrected. And then he needs to defeat the top guy to get his father back down and rest in peace. So similar stuff, again, really good animation. I'd say the first one is slightly better, because the story's slightly more believable. But yeah, interesting nonetheless, but recommend. And then I had another box set. So this was a month of TV seasons for me. And that was Extras from Ricky Gervais. So I watched both series and I watched a special. Yeah, definitely recommend. There is a gluttony of showbiz talent in this. Ricky Gervais and his mates are really good throughout. I just love Ricky Gervais's straight-laced way of playing everything. But yeah, so as the title says, Extras. Ricky Gervais and his friends are extras in movies and TV series, and it's basically his journey to try and make something of himself in film and TV. He ends up doing it. He ends up working with a lot of people along the way. See on here, look, I'll just read some out. You got David Tennant, you got Daniel Radcliffe, Orlando Bloom, David Bowie, you got Barry from EastEnders, Ross Kemp, who else? There's a load more in it as well. So definitely recommend. It's got his usual people in, like Stephen Merchant was in there, for example. So if you haven't checked this out, get it. You could probably find it pretty cheap as well. The final thing I watched was another Nicolas Cage movie, and this time it is Conair. Now, I've never seen this movie before, so I didn't know what to expect. I've seen the memes, so I was like, is this a full-on comedy? What is it? Like, no, it's actually an action thriller, technically. So Nick Cage is a army dude, and he defends his woman, gets in a fight with 3 pieces of shit at a bar, accidentally kills one of them, because obviously he's trained to fight, he's trained to kill, and unfortunately he goes to jail. So he's serves his time in jail, behaves himself, and then it goes to his bail time. He's getting bail next week. Perfect. Gets put on a flight because he's getting moved jail for when his bail comes, and the flight is hijacked by other prisoners. Now, because he's a good guy, he decides to work on the inside of the flight to try and get everything, to try and stop these guys basically, and make sure he can get back to his family. Really good thriller, to be honest. Nick Cage great in it. John Cusack and John Malkovich, both brilliant in this as well. You've also got Ving Rhames is in this too. I'm trying to think who else is in here. There's a couple other faces I recognise, but I would definitely recommend this. If you're a fan of Nick Cage and you've never seen this movie, watch it. So guys, that is everything I watched during February. Let me know what you thought. What did you watch during February? Have you seen any of these movies or TV shows? Let me know down in the comments, and make sure, if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me know that you enjoy these types of videos, which if you do, brilliant. I'll do more of them. If you don't, you need to let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you very soon with another video. Cheers, my babbers.